Jim Chalmers will post a second straight surplus, the first by a Labor Treasurer since Paul Keating. Joining us live now, Shadow Finance Minister Jane Hume. Jane, it'll be a $16 billion surplus, which is a $6 billion improvement. So the Treasurer is going to say today, this is proof of economic management. That'll be the line. What's the fine print? Your response here.
Pete, we'll wait to see the numbers in the final budget outcome when they're released today, but I think Australians will know that Jim Chalmers is delivering a surplus not on the back of his hard work of fiscal management, but on the back of the hard work of ordinary Australians and a bit of dumb luck. Let's face it, commodity prices have been higher than those budget forecasts throughout the entire budget year. And of course, because of rising inflation and bracket creep, there is a higher tax take from ordinary Australians too, who found themselves in higher and higher tax brackets and therefore paying more and more tax. The hard work, the hard decisions haven't been done by Jim Chalmers. In fact, he hasn't made any real scratch the surface of the budget, of the structural budget deficit that we're facing. And in fact, we're facing a much higher budget deficit in the next financial year and higher again after that, which is demonstration that the hard work hasn't really been done to improve the structural bottom line. Okay,
so no credit where it's due here.
Well, we'll wait and see the final budget outcome, but at this stage it looks like those surpluses that Jim Chalmers have been delivered not by his hard work, but by your hard work,
right.
By the hard work
I mean,
of ordinary
this is something that you weren't able to achieve when you were in power.
Well, no, I think that's highly unfair, but I'll lay you odds Jim points to the COVID years where we had to make those temporary and targeted measures in order to keep the economy afloat. Jim Chalmers inherited a strong economy with low levels of unemployment. And in fact, we've seen a deteriorating position since then. Debt has increased by around $50 billion just in the last couple of years alone. Spending has increased. And even though we've had that windfall gain, the structural saves haven't been made. There's been $4 in spending for every $1 in savings. That's not how you create a budget, a balanced budget over the long term.
Yeah, okay, so you just referred to this. So iron ore exports, they're about to plunge because of China's worsening conditions. So if you were to win the next election, that's something you will inherit as well. How would you turn that around?
Yeah, that's a really big issue. You're right. This year we'll see commodity prices go down, and yet we haven't been able to build that resilience into the budget bottom line to be able to cope with that. That's on Labor. That's why we're going to be seeing a $28 billion surplus next year and $43 billion in the year after that. That will be one of the biggest budget deficits, I should say, one of the biggest budget deficits that's ever been delivered, and that's because the hard work hasn't been done to make those structural saves.
Okay.